management problem. So, okay, that's another picture of the grate. This is what we did. And we did these spider, is that what they call them? Spider hookups, electrical hookups. Anyway, that's very nice. There's also on the other side some hookups. So a lot of vendors can use this. And we upgraded the power at the same time. We also upgraded the power in our food courts because it kept popping out with everybody brings those big freezers. You know how that is. So we took advantage of upgrading the power to it. This is the foot traffic area, and while we were doing this building, of course everything was tore up anyway, but the pavement is pretty bad, and it has that, I don't know what you call it, resurfacing, where you get the little rocks on it, and so when you walk you kind of fall, and I'm getting older, and so I think of that a lot. But anyway, that's how it looked before, and this is how it looked. We put in 8-foot sidewalks, and then we have new pavement here. So it was a tremendous. And you know what? I did not bring pictures of the bathrooms. I was going to call you and tell you we needed to add them. The bathrooms were wonderful. We have this place, it's called Valley View Granite, and they donated granite in our bathrooms cheaper than we could get from Micah. Our bathrooms are absolutely gorgeous. So if you come up there, just come and use our bathroom. Yeah. Because you saw the bathrooms before. These. Yeah. So anyway, it is a big improvement. Okay, this was our old steer barn, and as the kids would take their animals and they would walk them over that oxygen barn, and we saw that earlier. And it was really a risk management problem. I mean, it totally was. We're just lucky that we didn't get sued and use up all of our money. But anyway, this is what I want to do. So I love that barn, and I like nostalgia, and everybody, you know, could relate to having their steers there for 100 years. So I said, Gian, let's make an eatery out of this. So we call this our new steer barn eatery. We got a contract with Coca-Cola, and that's another thing that we did to make money. We did out Coke and Pepsi, and Coke got it. And so in the contract, I said I want furniture too. And you know, they pretty well went along with us, didn't they? And so we have furniture here, and they're getting us booths and everything else. And right here, we have a bar that we didn't quite get finished, but my idea was tractors, seats, and stools, belly up to the bar, and I thought that would be a lot of fun. So this year, I think we've got some tractor seats that have been donated. We're going to try to, you know, do that. And the other thing that we did is we didn't have, by this time we had no money left at all. We scarfed up everything from the CIP and everything from the tourism money. So we didn't have any money, but we wanted to make it look fancy. So we went around our neighborhoods and we collected flowers. You can see we put flowers everywhere, and other people were growing them, and we had some flowers here. And we had started a few flowers ourselves with our inmates have started flowers. So that's another thing that you guys can do really cheap. But we watered them all year, and this even helped us. Was it 2 weeks before the fair? Somebody came and stole a bunch of our flowers, and so that hit the paper. And so people were really good to donate to us. Anyway, that was really fun. Jan came up with this lighting that was so cute. She had this stuff at her house, and these were like little candles with batteries. And you can see, this place, it doesn't show, but it lit up like a Christmas tree. We all brought in all of our Christmas lighting and hung it all over, and it was just a lot of fun. We tried to create spaces everywhere that we could. We tried to create spaces for people to be comfortable. And I tell you, we didn't have any money, and we didn't even have money for paint. So I said, look, I'll donate paint. So I went and bought spray cans. Those spray cans. These chairs were awful. I can't tell you how bad they were. We even rounded up awful from other people. And we just simply sprayed them, and then we put some vinyl on them, and they turned out really cute. You know, we put a clear sealer over them, so when we sat on them, we didn't get yellow, blue, or pink on them. And then here's some more flowers that we brought in. We brought in corn stalks, and we didn't have the picture. Jen, you didn't bring that picture, but she had little signs that pointed to where the hogs were, and sheep and everything. It was just really, really, really cute. But so anyway, we tried to create these comfortable spaces. So this is our new indoor arena in our beef barn right here. And this was a first of its kind building. That's why we got it cheaper through Nucor. Nucor and Wilcraft worked together. And these frames, you can see they're freestanding, the first in the world. And so they flew people in from all over the world to see what we've done. It's pretty neat. And it turned out really good. So here we put all of our cows together. We put the dairy. The dairy had to be along with these steers and you know, the bucket calves. We threw them all in there. And then over here in the prime area, we threw the goats. And so it was interesting to listen to some of those beef people with the goats. But they all got along. And these here nice panels. Here we have Tartargate in our county. And they actually worked with us because we had no money, remember? And so they let us use these, and then we took them back, and this year we're buying them, and same with the goat. So that's how we were able to furnish it. Now this year, over here we've got cement, and we're putting bleachers, and now there's an arena. And dirt. Anybody been shopping for dirt? That is a big deal. Jan and I went shopping for dirt. You know, you have to get the right kind of dirt for the barrel racers and for the those ropers. And anyway, we found the best dirt, and we shook on a deal. And so you just need to come and see our dirt. Also, I would love for you to true. I mean, it is. You got to feel it because it is the best dirt ever. Right? It is. And the other thing that I'm really quite proud of. Is our sound system. So come and look at our sound system. We thought that was two things that you know, if you've been to events, you know, you want good sound. And when we say buildings. So we have somebody in our IT guy that used to be in a rock band. He knew sound systems like nobody. So am I missing the things? Here's some more pictures of our panels. This is how it looks. It really looks sharp. Everything was new, and it just did. We were pretty proud. Now that our steers are controlled, and here's our auction barn right here. So they go from here right into the auction barn. And this is also a great setup for. We just had a bull sale. I think it was 2 weeks ago there, and we have horse sales and so forth, and anyway, it works really good. So it's multi-use, and that's what we try to do with our buildings, was make them multi-use. The building that we showed you before, we're putting in a floor. We picked out this special floor. What do you call it? You know what the name of it was? Anyway, Rick's college has that special floor, so you can use it for multi-use things and for sports and indoor soccer and basketball. You name it, you can use it, and so that's what we've got going in there. Oh, and this corner here is kind of, that's how this corner was. Oh, even to get this sign, can I tell them that story? Well, they had this plan, you know, and Janet just come on board, and she's just the neatest lady, and she'd gone out and got all these donations for this sign. And so it was a youth sign from YESCO, and the commissioner said, you know, you can't put up that sign, it won't match with your plan. I'm thinking, the sign won't match with the plan? You know, all you have to do is put the stuff on it to make it match, whatever. But we worked like crazy. I was really hard to come out. We're quite proud of that little sign there, because it was pretty hard to get through. Anyway, but this corner, we took this corner and pulled it apart, and we turned it into this, and this is our sponsor garden. And you can see right here, this is some big, huge donors that contributed to help us out here. And even this rock was donated. This is a flagpole. It's a pretty neat corner now. We smoothed out the gravel parking lots. We did just little things like that. And okay, we got a sidewalk grant. We haven't done this yet, but but we have a sidewalk grant that we're working on this year to put sidewalk clear down to this building here. We got that through UDOT. We did have this ditch last year that was a pretty bad problem. There was also a risk management problem. It filled up with weeds and, you know, kids could fall into it. So we filled the ditch in, and this is what it turned into, so you can see what a difference. Today, people are out walking and using that a lot, and we hope to have sidewalks to go clear around the fairgrounds, and we're working in conjunction with Fremake City. Okay, I guess that's all the slides, but there was a couple of other things I probably don't know if I covered. A museum building. I don't have a picture of that, but we also had a museum building, and when I walked into the museum one day, our posse uses the building, and so they go up these little stairs and to put things in and out, and there were wires. Did I tell you this? there were wires that were dangling down. And I said, they really do use this? And Jan said, oh yeah. So we had the electrician come in and fix those two. I don't know how somebody wasn't electrocuted, but they were. And you know, a couple of years before that, we had, I think when Johnny was talking about when he first came on board, we had bleachers that were pretty bad, and the way that we got them through too was, it was a risk management problem. So I think as you look around your fairgrounds, if you can equate it to a risk management problem, and if you can have Johnny come and assess it, it really helps you with your funding. But it's also really bad, and this year we're, you know, I was telling you our asphalt, we couldn't do all of our asphalt in 1 year, so we're doing phases. So that out by that vendors, where you saw that raised thing up, we're going to cut it off and then put nice asphalt along there. And we have one other risk management problem. As you go into the fairgrounds, to go to the rodeo grounds, you come in and then you swing like that. So we're going to line it up like that, because every year we have to have all of the troopers in that out because it's pretty unsafe, and so that's something else that we're trying to do. So we're taking care of our risk management problems, just so you know, and it is a great fair. And last year we invited Johnny to come, and I think he came to our rodeo, and you saw, you know, our vision completed, and we attract a lot of people to our fair. So, well, I'm here. I guess I'll invite everybody. What's our dates for our fair this year? Monday the 18th through the 23rd. We don't charge. The only thing we charge is like to go to our rodeo, and I bet you we could even arrange to get a ticket for you guys to come if you come up and look. But we're pretty proud of what we've done. We're not a county that have oil and mining and all this. We don't have like a lot of excess funds, so we just have to save our pennies and do things as we can. But the project that was going to be $29 million, by the way, was 2.4. So we were pretty excited, and that included air conditioning. And we also did some little air conditioning. We took the units off of those other buildings and put them on some of our commercial buildings. So anyway, it was a fun time. I really enjoyed being over the fairgrounds. That was one of my highlights. And so then I got this appointment in January, so I go to the legislature, and all of a sudden they're talking about the state fair and how awful it is, and they need this and that. So immediately they put me into code on the state board, fair board, and also DFCM. They've got 3 buildings there that are historic, just like the ones that were falling down there, but they're on a historic preservation. And so they're, to the tune of $2.5 million, they're actually building a building inside the building to keep the other brick building up, or people